All I do is think about you. Oh, you got the melody. All I do is think about you.
Well, yeah, shout out to KELLIEBREW.com. Great things coming her way and all the best. And you guys just keep clicking. Do you guys subscribe or do you? Yeah, subscribe.
To that.
KELLIEBREW.com.
KELLIEBREW.com.
Thank you. I hear you. Nice voice.
That's why he's you.
All right. Okay. So if you guys could start off by telling us your name and why we are here today.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Please
Well,
don't
I'm
say
Kirk
ladies.
Whalum, and I'm here to play the saxophone, something I love to do.
I'm Wandile. Well, most people know me as Bubbles. And I'm a musician, a vocalist actually. Yeah. And that's what I'm here to do.
Okay.
I'm Gavin Edwards. I'm here to sing with Kirk Whalum and Bubbles.
Right?
All right. So how did you all come to collaborate together?
Well, I was fortunate to be asked to come to South Africa to speak with and to hopefully impart some confusing information to better known as Mentor, a group of contestants on X Factor South Africa. I have an ongoing love relationship with South Africa, with the country, with the culture, and I'm privileged to travel there a lot. And so on this trip, I got a chance to meet, a whole generation, representing a generation of really great musicians and artists. So Vodacom is sort of, involved in sponsoring their, next level. And so part of their next level is to come to the States. And Gavin has been there already years ago, but Wandile is her first trip here. And so I get to sort of host them, and we've been having a ball.
Yeah.
Okay. So I understand that you have a new DVD that's circulating.
I do, yes. We started a series in 1997 called The Gospel According to Jazz.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, live recordings featuring people who are not known as gospel artists, myself included, but making our own unique statement and I guess consecrating our gifts in a sort of volitional way for an audience that hopefully we can pique their interest in having a relationship with the Savior. And the interesting thing about what we're able to do through this series is to speak candidly to people of other faiths and people who are not people of faith, and say, because what's happened a lot with, gospel music in particular with Christians is that we haven't been very good, I guess, community members. We have gone and said, I know the way, you can accept my way or hit the road.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a way to present Christ and say that I believe that I have found the way, and that He is the way, the truth, and the life, and that He loves all of us. And as you are Hindu or as you are Muslim, allow me to introduce this incredible good news / gospel that God loves us and desires to have this relationship with us, and has gone out of God's way to make this available to us. And so that's what I'm able to present through the Gospel According to Jazz in a unique way, where people are able to wrap their heads around it and not sort of come from the kind of arrogant, Christian perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And also, even musically speaking, we don't say, well, if you're gonna come with us and you're gonna walk with Jesus, then you gotta listen to this kind of music. That this is the only kind of music you can enjoy and still be safe,
Mm-hmm.
So we say, nope, that ain't it. We just say, this is our particular flavor. You have your own flavor. God created all of us, and we can all come to God and say,
Make it mixed flavor.
yes, indeed, a mixed flavor of what God you know, not only accepts but originated in God.
Yeah.
And so that's what the Gospel According to Jazz series is, starting with chapter 1, now on up through chapter 4, and we've had George Duke, Jonathan Butler, Layla Hathaway, Paul Jackson Jr., Shulea on this new one, Norman Brown and Rick Braun on this new one. My brother Kevin has been on all 4 of them, and he's amazing.
Okay.
The other members of my family, my son Kyle, nephew Kenneth, and Cortland and Cam. Oh, so it's huge.
Okay. So I understand you two were actual contestants on the
Yes.
X Factor in Africa.
Yes, yeah.
What was that experience like for you?
It was good. It was, it's daunting. It's, I mean, in the beginning, you're just given a mic and told to go sing your audition song or this, and then, so it was scary in the beginning, and then, you know, as we got into the top 10, we had more rehearsal time, and wake-up times, and wake-up times, and more wake-up times.
Yeah.
And then, and it was awesome because, you know, there's this whole, the great thing about shows like that is that you get to just do something that you normally wouldn't do. You know, like wear a crown that you had on the one day. You wouldn't rock up to a gig like in a pub somewhere or
Rocking the crown.
and wear this crown, but you get to be something a little bit more out of your comfort zone. So it kept getting us out of our comfort zone, but then you're surrounded by everyone else who has just as many insecurities about wanting to, you know, like be confident and show that you're gonna nail the song, but then they're doing it and they're nailing it, and you're thinking, oh man, everyone's sounding great.
Yeah.
And then after a while, everyone does such a great job that you really start wondering, wow, was mine really good enough?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to sit there and go, have no confidence in what you just did. But then they come on stage and you go, you're like, wow.
Oh, and by the way, that crown was very heavy, and I wore it from 9 in the morning till 7 in the afternoon.
The crown is heavy.
Yeah, the crown is heavy.
I must bear.
Alert.
But overall, the experience was amazing, and I wouldn't change anything of what happened on X Factor. My being there, auditioning and everything, and then leaving the competition on the top 5. Some people were actually shocked because even Kilina said is that out of all the competitions I've seen, I've never seen somebody so happy when they were told they're going home. I'm like, that's because I feel this is where my journey was supposed to end, and I feel that I ended it on a good note. And I felt that I'd done my part and I got what I came for. As much as everything was about winning the prize, but I got everything that I came for here. I got even something that was in my bucket list for maybe 15 years from now to come to America and to work with people like Mr. Kirk Whalem. So for me, it was a win. And even till today, I feel like I'm still the winner of X Factor through Vodacom.
What about me?
Well, my friend.
I was gonna ask, you know, how's
He's the runner.
I'm the king.
Are you
Yeah.
willing to wear the crown? The crown is heavy.
The crown is heavy. It is heavy.
You gotta consider that.
I'm telling you now, if they asked me to wear the crown, I would have done that.
how has it changed your life since then?
It has. It has. I mean, Bubbles. She's very recognized. This one is bubbly. She's the bub. But it has. You know what? You know the thing is that we spoke about this on the show as well. Though is that for me especially, I went into it making sure that because you said you were happy when you know you weren't happy to be out of the show, but you were, you know, and I was the same. You know, and Zonky was crying there because it was a big decision for her because. The 2 artists that were in the bottom was one of Zonky's, was 2 of Zonky's, so she had to choose one of us. And I went in saying that I'm going to give every single day, everything I got, so that whenever it stops, I can't turn back and go, oh, should have done that, should have done that, should have done that. So it's changed that aspect for me where I go into everything now, just making sure that I do 100% so that I don't look back, because you have those as artists where you look back and you go, could I have, none of that anymore. We just do exactly the best we can do, go for it, and eyes wide open.
So what inspires you when it comes to your music?
Well, I'll say my grandfather, because he had this old vinyl kind of thing going on, and he used to play a lot of jazz music. I hated it at the time. I was like, why is this man making me listen to this? Because he knew that I had some sort of musicality, if there is such a word. Yes, musicality in me. So he tried by all means to instill the fact that nowadays music it shouldn't be a foundation of what kind of music you want to do. You should listen to the music of the olden days, if I may say, where you'll get the foundation of where music is from. And that's when I fell in love with jazz. But at the same time, I'm like, hey, I'm South African. In my country, we speak 11 official languages. So if I could take that jazz element into my music, but do it in vernac, because we call it vernac. If I could do it in vernac, maybe somebody would actually like it. And this is where I am today because of it. And I love myself a lot of Gregory Potter, Joel Scott, Erykah Badu.
Yeah, she's cool.
In case you watch this, I so want to meet you right now. I love you so much with all my heart.
So awesome, Erica.
And you're beautiful.
And you're beautiful.
So yeah, it's been a great journey for me, and the music that I listened to growing up is the music that molded me to be who I am today. As much as I'm a crazy person, I've got a crazy personality, but I feel that my music is getting to a point where I want it to be where it's grounded, and I want to do music that is timeless. It's not something that will play today and like in a few months to come nobody wants to listen to it. I want to play something that in 40, 50 years people still want to play that record and say,
I know,
this was
that's
good
right.
music.
Yes. Okay, so you guys are opening up for Maze and Frankie Beverly tonight.
Yeah.
Woo! Congrats to you.
Yeah.
What do you hope to gain from the experience?
Lifelong gig, maybe a tour. Maybe hires us to go on.
Yeah.
That would be
Little
a
stuff
bad
like
idea.
that. Simple things.
Okay. So is there anything else that we can expect from you guys in the near future? Other projects, ventures?
Right. So, well, let me say this, that you never know.
Yeah.
I just feel like what happens in a career, or I guess in a vocation where you're not in control, where you're not so much calling shots, you're really just sort of reacting to what comes before you, whatever opportunities. It's a paradox. On the one hand, you like Wandile said, I'm being myself, but at the same time, you can't go out there and make things happen. So you have to respond to whatever opportunities come at you.
Yeah.